Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Melissa, and it's pretty close to the beginning of the year, and I usually like to clear the decks on my empties bin in January. I'm just squeaking in there, recording this in January, probably not getting posted till February. This is just the tail end of stuff I used up at the end of last year, maybe a tiny bit at the beginning of this year, but like I said, I do like to clear the decks in the beginning of the year so I can, see what I've used up for the year should I want to do a look back. Today is going to be a little show and tell of my empty bin. And I'm going to start off with two items that I'm just decluttering because they're just not working for me and I'm not keeping things that just don't work for me. The first is a little lip balm from Neutrogena. It's the Revitalizing Lip Balm. It has an SPF of 20. The shade is Petal Glow. So it comes in a little tube like this, not very glamorous. It's a little oval shape, which is nice. And I'm just going to show you the inside, and I think you'll understand why I'm decluttering it. It's not because of the color. It is just like a hot mess. Every time I put it on, it like gets clumpy and glumpy, and it doesn't apply nicely. And I'm just over it. I'm like, this was not an expensive product, and I just don't care. I'm not going to keep it. I can't even tell you how bad it is to apply. I don't know whether it got melted and that like changed the consistency, because it could have been in my pool bag. It's not really usable anymore. The next item I'm going to declutter is something that was in the Kiehl's kit that I got at Christmas time. And I have to be honest, I have loved just about everything in that kit except for this. It's the Calendula Herbal Extract Toner. It is alcohol free. So it was part of that kit that I got, a little try me size. I tried it like twice. Absolutely cannot stand the smell of this. It's so like medicine-y smelling. I don't care for it. And then, I don't know if you can see in here, there's like little things floating in the bottom, which I think is just supposed to be like the little calendula herb. Kind of grosses me out, I'm not gonna lie. So I used it twice and I was like, ew. No, thank you. Now let's move on to legitimate empties. So the first things I'm going to show you are some hairsprays. The first one is from Chi. It's their Enviro 54 hairspray. It's in this enormous can. This I used all up and it was fine. I bought it at TJ Maxx. It was, marked down, and I thought, here's the thing. I have my favorite hairspray. I've been using this for years. I love this hairspray. But there's always like a little voice in my head that's like, why don't you try something else? You might find something you love better. So I picked this up at TJ Maxx thinking, okay, well, it's not that expensive because it's been marked down, and I'll give it a go. And it did a fine job. It did make my hair like kind of crunchy, which I didn't love. And the nozzle kept getting clogged. Like it was fine for like the first about this much of the can, and then it was like every other time I had to run it under hot water and like pick off the residue here. Otherwise, you'd go to spray and it would just shoot straight up or shoot out or hit you in the eye. Like it's too early in the morning for that. I didn't love it. And maybe there's other types of Chi hairspray that people love better. So I'm back to using my favorite Elnet from L'Oreal. And in fact, I have a little travel size that I used up of this. And this is just my favorite. I think it gives you a firm enough hold to hold your hair, but if you brush it out, it's not like you're crunchy or you're stuck in a weird position. You can easily brush it and restyle. I have brushed it out and done a dry blow. It works great. I think I'm done experimenting for a little while. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. What I love about this is it is a super fine mist, and it just gently falls on your face and really is very refreshing. I'm not so sure that it is a good setting spray. I'm not sure it really has helped my makeup stay longer. In fact, I think maybe a little bit of the opposite because it's super hydrating. And so it can cause a little bit of breakdown around your nose area, or at least for me because that's where I'm oily. So towards the end, I started using this kind of like after my skincare, and I would just for a little hydrating spray before I went in and applied anything else. And I really enjoy using it that way. I have another bottle that I had picked up as a backup, so that's probably how I'll use it, is more like a prep stage as opposed to a setting makeup stage. But I wish more companies would make this ultra fine misting setting spray because it's so beautiful to use. And it doesn't hit your face like a water cannon, which this next product hit my face like a water cannon. So I like it, but not for really its intended purpose. This is the Paula's Choice Refreshing Moisture Mist, and I don't think they make this anymore. This is something that's been hanging around, and I really made a conscious effort to use it up. I thought this would be more like the Morphe, like a light spray, and it's hydrating, and it feels refreshing, especially like in the winter when it's dry and you're just like, ugh, I feel like the Sahara Desert. However, the spray on this is like a water cannon. Like it just like sprays these huge droplets all over your face. It's just not a pleasant feel, and I think they really missed the mark on this. I think perhaps if they had had a better sprayer, this product would have done better. But I'm sure it got a lot of bad reviews because the sprayer was so bad, and this is just a total packaging fail. All right, sticking with Paula's Choice, I used up this Resist Omega Complex. It's a serum from Paula's Choice, and I really quite enjoy this. It's like a creamy, is there anything left in here? No. Like a creamy serum, so it's not like liquidy where it would like drip off your face. It's just such a nice lightweight texture, and it plays really well with my other skincare. This was something I had in my backups, and I was really glad that I pulled it out and I used it up. I think I have some other things that I'm using now instead of this with my skincare, but I did really enjoy this. So if you're looking for a beautiful serum, this one is great. And it can be used all over. It can be used under the eyes, face, neck, under a moisturizer, instead of moisturizer. It's a pretty versatile little serum. The other skincare that I used up is another bottle of my custom Curology. I've talked about this on and off. I'm certainly not sponsored, but I do love this product. I think it has turned my skin around and really keeps it just on such a nice even keel. Like, I rarely get a breakout anymore. I think my skin looks very smooth and clear, and it really, I just am so happy with this. This really is a beautiful cream. If you're interested, I'll include a little playlist I have about Curology up here, and if you want to learn more about it if you're not sure what this is. But I use this at night as a treatment. And mine has clindamycin, tretinoin, and azelaic acid in it. But each person's custom bottle will be different depending on what your skincare needs are. I gave the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gentle Cleansing Lotion a try. In general, I really like this Hydro Boost line. I think they have some beautiful products, and I liked this one. It's a really soft, gentle cleanser, and it says it's a lotion. You put it on your dry face, you rub it around, and then wash it off. And I think it does a really nice job. However, if you wear a lot of makeup and a lot of heavy makeup or waterproof makeup, it is not great at removing that kind of makeup. Whereas other cleansers I use can take it all off. So this would be a good like morning cleanser if you just want to cleanse your face gently in the morning. Or if you don't wear a lot of heavy makeup and you just want a very light, gentle cleanser, this does a beautiful job. But if you are someone who wears, like I wear, waterproof mascara regularly, this doesn't even touch it. It absolutely does not even touch it. Whereas other cleansers that I use remove probably 75% of my mascara, which, you know, that's pretty good. Good enough for me. So I don't want to say I don't like this, but I think I like it with a clarifier that if you don't have that heavy makeup or waterproof makeup. I did rotate out my tube of mascara, my very favorite Holy Grail mascara, which is the L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Mascara in the waterproof version. I used this tube for about 3.5 months and finally decided it was getting a little clumpy and dry. And I opened another tube, which I have in backup. I think I have 2 more in backup, so I'm probably going to buy a few more because I have this feeling that they're going to discontinue it. I don't know why. And I'll be really, really upset. Anyway, here is the wand. I love the wand. It has this little like swoop, so it just really helps lift those outer corner lashes. It helps the lashes hold the curl, gives it some length. Yeah, I really love this. I measure all mascaras against that one. So I also used up this Bliss body butter in the scent blood orange and white pepper. I know I got this in like one of those subscription boxes. For a while I had, I can't remember the name of it, but I did have a subscription box, which I really enjoyed for a brief period of time, and then I was like, I'm over this. I would get a lot of products that I didn't love. This is not a scent I would have picked out for myself. It's citrusy. It's just okay. It's a nice moisturizer, and there's a whole lot in here. There's 6.7 fluid ounces. Who knows if they even make this scent anymore. But Bliss is still around, and I'm sure they still make other scents. Their body butter, it was great. But it's one of those things that was hanging around, and I really made a conscious effort to use it up. I'm really trying to go through some of the stuff that's those hangers on and use them up. This is the Sephora Yellow Clay Mask, and I got this as a Christmas gift like 2 Christmases ago or 3 Christmases ago, and it took me a while to use it up. It's funny. Here's the funny thing about this. It says there's 4 uses in here. How many fluid ounces? 1.18 fluid ounces. There was easily 10 uses in here. So if they still sell these little masks that come in this packaging, they really hold a lot more than 4 uses. Like, I can't even imagine putting enough on your face to use this up in 4 uses. Like, it would be so thick, it would be crazy. So this is a revitalizing and toning mask, and I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this quite a bit. As a matter of fact, I used the last bit of it up this morning. There is like a little tiny bit that could be squeezed out, but it wouldn't be enough to do a full face, so I'm calling it's done. So I have this little L'Occitane hand cream. I always like to buy these sets, and I give them as gifts to my daughter and to my daughter-in-law in their Christmas stockings, and they love them. And one year, I'm almost embarrassed to admit this, but one year I bought them, and then I thought, oh, I don't think I bought them, and I bought them again. And I had so many hand creams, so I gave them what I normally would, and I had this box of leftovers, and I replenished Kate once, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to put them in my drawer and work on them. And I think I have maybe 2 or 3 left. So, yeah. Does anyone else lose stuff that they buy for gifts and then they're like, where did I put this? I thought I put it in a safe spot. I have that problem. We're down to a couple of lip products. The first one is the Blistex Deep Renewal. like a chapstick. I love this one. Out of all the ones, this is my favorite, but it's becoming a little harder to find. So I'm going to have to look in a different store. I just ran out of this, and so I opened up one of these, which is the Soft and Lush, which is okay. But this is like a little like creamier. It has a better like taste to it. I'm weird about stuff like that. So I really love this if you can find it. It's really super inexpensive and there's so much in there it lasts a really long time. Because the last time I bought this, it was in a 3-pack, and this was one of the other flavors, if you will, and it's their global blend. This was fine too, but I liked this better. I guess the bottom line is these little Blistex lip balms are lovely, really in any flavor, formula, whatever you want to use. I highly recommend them, but this one is my favorite, the Deep Renewal. So the last item I used up is this little like deluxe, what is this? They're like almost lipstick in the black honey from Clinique, and it's a cult classic. It looks like super scary in the tube. It's really a beautiful little sheer wash of color with some moisturization, and this is something that I kept in my wallet to use when I was just on the go, when I didn't have my full purse, and I always like to have a little lipstick with me. And so it was nice because it was small and it fit in my wallet, and I think I just pulled out the full size that I'm about halfway through to put back in my wallet because it's super skinny. It fits in there really nicely, and I like having a lipstick with me. I upload videos every Saturday morning, and I'll include a link to last week's video right up here, and I'll let YouTube's algorithm personally select one here for your viewing pleasure. Thank you so much, and I'll see you real soon. Bye!